Okay. Hi, hello, Soul Fam. Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Suit for the Soul Tarot. I'm going to continue on the series of going through planetary transits and how that energetically affects our energy. And we have an upcoming Mercury retrograde, which I believe begins on August 5th, 2024, of course. I don't know when you're watching this reading, but yeah, up until August 28th. Obviously, there are shadow periods, of course, as well. So you will see the energetic effects start to shift prior to the 5th and maybe even a little after the 28th as the energy wanes. All right. So before I pull any cards in regards to this Mercury retrograde energy, I did want to kind of channel in some energy here and see what we can gather from that. So I'm actually going to connect with this fluorite gemstone here as a tool to connect in with this energy. So with Mercury, obviously communication is very important. It's an integral part of the characteristic of Mercury, or one of the main characteristics of Mercury. And actually what I feel here is a lot of energy, maybe wanting to communicate, but feeling as if this isn't going anywhere. So maybe you would feel during this time period that your words fall on deaf ears, or you feel as if your words don't have an impact that you want it to have. Or, you know, as you communicate, you're realizing that your physical world isn't progressing in the way you would want it to go, despite what you ask, despite what you communicate. So I do feel like there is some kind of frustration in moving forward due to this kind of communication barrier or miscommunication. Okay, that's something that I'm feeling here. I also feel as if there is the sense of feeling overwhelmed, because maybe the goal or the obstacle towards your goal is a very big one in your way. And I feel like during this Mercury retrograde, you're not going to have clarity in order to find out or figure out how to overcome this obstacle or kind of get to this other side. So that might be another frustration as well, is I know where I want to be, but not having any kind of clear direction or maybe clear vision as to what that looks like, or feeling as if that door is still closed, but feeling as if you're ready to step forward, you know? So despite you feeling ready, the universe is kind of keeping that door shut for now, or during this time period, or during this retrograde. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop there, and now we're going to dive into some cards. I'm actually going to start with an oracle deck here. Let's see how this is going to affect you. In regards to career and jobs and finances. All right. Okay. First card, we have authority, and this says, clashes with the boss or challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful resolutions if you can. Yeah. So that is the first card here. I'm actually, yeah, push this back a little bit. Actually, move this over here. Let's see if you can still see that. Yes, perfect. Okay. Next card here, taking steps. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck and find opportunities. It's going to be over here. Okay. And yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have opportunity. Doors are opening up for you. You have the chance to change jobs, start a business, or invest in a new venture. Just do it. So that's going to be here in the middle. Okay. So let's start here. So during this retrograde, you're thinking about the steps that you need to take, or maybe you're thinking that you need to take initiative. You need to move. You need to take action. And you know this. But again, you feel like there's some kind of mental block towards this new opportunity and how to get there. Maybe it's feeling as if you're comfortable where you are, you know. Maybe you would like things to improve, but at the same time, you know, going out there, putting yourself out there, doing something new, doing something different is uncomfortable. You know, notice in this picture here, you know, the woman in this image looks like she's quite comfortable in this home, sitting on a couch in a beautiful gown or outfit, you know, and she feels right at home. And she's just thinking, she's just pondering in her own head about her situation. And versus with the taking steps image here, you know, we have this pair of shoes that are in the rain. You know, it's probably cold, damp, definitely uncomfortable, you know, and there's a lot of uncertainty there, right? Nothing's clear as to where this is going. Maybe you're also wondering, like, if you're going to have assistance or help. Maybe you need connections. Maybe that's something that you're missing. You know, it's like, how do I move towards this opportunity if I don't really know who to talk to about it? You know? For example, maybe you need letters of recommendation, and maybe you're not sure who you're going to ask. Maybe you're at a loss as to who can write you a good recommendation, a good enough letter for you to look impressive, you know, for example. So yeah, there is an opportunity, but again, these doors are closed as of right now. And in this, or through this Mercury retrograde. And so, yeah, I feel like during this Mercury retrograde would be a good time to come up with a solid action plan. You know, write down maybe steps you can take. You don't necessarily have to take action on them during this period, but at least kind of map out what you're going to do after this retrograde passes or subsides. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull some tarot now and see what else they're telling me. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. Let me just message this person back real quick, guys. Sorry. Okay. Retrograde energy, Spirit. We have temptation in the reverse. Next card, we have shadow. I do feel like this is talking about this Ketsu energy, or the energy of the past, talking about, like, you know, the shadow planets here. But bottom of the deck, we have rest and rejuvenate in the reverse. Okay, sorry, I just got a message here. All right. So with temptation in reverse, there is this temptation to go back to your comfort zone, to fall back on old habits. Maybe these old habits made you feel lazy. Maybe these old habits were addictions. Maybe these old habits were just belief systems, you know. Maybe you felt like for a long time that this was your fate, this was your destiny, even though you felt like you weren't living to the fullest, even though you felt like you weren't living your truth, even though you felt like there was a lot more for you out there, you know. A part of you bought into the idea that, hey, maybe my family is right. Maybe this is where I need to be. Maybe I do need to stay where I'm most comfortable, or in this job, or in this situation where at least I have some comfort, or a sense of safety, or have my basic needs met. I do feel like this is tied to family roots and family belief systems and expectations and legacy. Okay. And notice we have 5 and 15 and 8 and 18, which 15 reduces to the 6 and 18 reduces to the 9. Several numbers that stand out to me here. So for one, the 5 and the 8, both numbers indicate change. You know, so you are right now being confronted with this idea and with this decision. Do I go down a different path than what my family expects of me, or do I stay on course? You know, do I follow what makes me happy or what piques my interest? Or is that too dangerous of an idea? And also with the 6 and the 9, I do feel like this also represents this Cancer energy as well. So talking about the past, you know, the past holding you back from opportunities, from taking a step into the unknown. In this case, I feel like the unknown is where you're going to see the light, you know. There's no growth where you are, I feel like, or I feel like where you are, there are limited opportunities for growth, and that does not help you. And thus doesn't necessarily help your family line on a soul level, on a karmic level. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards now. Sorry. Yeah, do we move towards taking a more autonomous path? Or not? Because I feel like you have this obligation. You feel like you have an obligation or a duty or a responsibility to your family. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, perhaps even a legacy for some of you. And so this is a big risk, maybe, you know. Maybe you also feel like you're putting your family at risk and everything that they've worked for. If you were to take this risk, which is a huge consideration, maybe for you. Okay. We have the 2 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles, that new opportunity. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, and the 5 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Magician in the reverse. Decisions. Again, feeling like you're at a crossroads. It's very difficult, I think. But you can't help feel as if being more autonomous or acting on your own behalf, in this case meaning going after this new opportunity, that's different than what your family expects of you is the right thing to do. I feel like for whatever reason you see things that way. You're like, this could really be something. This could really be good for me and for my family or for others around me. This could facilitate growth and expansion, you know? But with the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse, I do feel like, again, there is this inner conflict. You know, I feel like this is being at war with yourself. Also, some of you may be at war with maybe even someone else, you know. For example, if you have a sibling who you're in competition with, or maybe just sees things differently than you do. Maybe they kind of stand in your way. Maybe they make you feel really bad about taking this opportunity and ignoring this obligation that you feel responsible for. Okay, and maybe this person kind of stands in your way. For some of you, right? For some of you, it's a person. And it's this Queen of Swords in reverse energy. But this person, I feel like, if this is a person, is very hardwired or hard set on their way of seeing things, you know? So it's like there's nothing that you can say to this person that is going to convince them that your idea may actually be beneficial. So I feel like it's up to you to take all of that in, or to consider all of that and decide whether you are willing to accept that, hey, you know, this may reflect badly on me from the perception of, you know, my sibling or my sister or this other person that is very set in their own beliefs, okay? That believes things should be a certain way. That does not want you to stray from the current path, and to do it anyway, and to take that risk, and to seem like you're being reckless when, you know, really nobody knows for sure if this is going to actually be the best thing that has ever happened to you and this family or not, you know. That is yet to be seen here. But again, you can't help feel this desire. Your soul is really calling you to step outside of this comfort zone. It's time for you to grow. Maybe that does put you at odds with, you know, other people or other aspects of yourself. Maybe things don't go as planned at times, you know. But I feel like that is part of this learning experience maybe you're meant to have. For some of you, maybe it's not a literal person, but it's more of just two different ways of thinking, you know, and not sure which way to, or which thought process or which idea you're leaning towards more, you know. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull a card for your biggest challenge during this Mercury retrograde energy here. Your biggest challenge. Okay. We have the High Priestess of Water. Your biggest challenge, I feel like, is to listen to your intuition. Actually, in this case, I feel like it's to follow how you feel. You know? And to be more in flow. You know, I think one reason why you are struggling with this is because a part of you really likes the known. You like your safety, you like your security. And so with that, it's hard for you to be more flexible or to be more fluid or to be more open to temporarily being uncomfortable in order to change. So that may be your biggest challenge, you know, is trusting how you feel and being more fluid. All right, so I'm going to pull an advice card for you that can help you through this period, maybe help you reflect. We have awe. Look at that reflection there as well. And this says, there are awe-inspiring things all around us. We just need to notice them. It could be the intricate beauty of a flower, the epic scale of a mountain, or the sight of a distant airplane full of people flying through a clear blue sky. Whatever fills you with wonder, the benefits of taking time to appreciate it can range from increased life satisfaction to a greater desire to help others. I am always open to awe and wonder in everyday life. I do not take the splendor of the world for granted. I do feel like there's this energy of wanting to go outside. So maybe, you know, during this period of this Mercury retrograde, it's feeling as if you're tired of being trapped or tired of being where you are, or tired of being confined to this space. Perhaps for some it's literally your home environment, for some it's your work environment, just a space where you feel comfortable as of right now, just because it's known to you, not necessarily because you're happy there, you know. And wanting to be more outside, wanting to spend more time outdoors, of wanting to go off into an unknown world or an unknown circumstance to see what's out there, to appreciate what's out there. Because, you know, I think how do I put this? You believe that there's more beautiful things or beautiful opportunities that the world has to offer outside of the four walls that you currently are in, you know? And so, yeah. And so the advice may be to really maybe focus more on that. Maybe that's also going to help motivate you more and inspire you more to come up with an action plan. Okay. But yeah, that is the reading for this Mercury retrograde that's coming up August 5th to the 28th. All right, guys, I am going to end this live. I do need to call someone else back, so I'll try to come back on for another reading, but if not, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and I hope you guys choose to hit the follow button, maybe subscribe to my YouTube channel where I will be posting this if you want to rewatch it or watch it from the beginning. The name of my channel is Soup for the Soul Tarot. You can find me through the link in my bio, as well as other services that I offer here as well. I do live personal readings for those that are ever interested in that. If you want to coordinate a time and a day where I can do your reading, just because maybe you have a busy schedule, I know I have a busy schedule, so we can coordinate something there if you really want a personal, in-depth read. But yeah, all right guys, I'm going to go, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.